Yeah, it's the 501, baby. You know how we get down on the Whoopin podcast. Shout out OD, shout out G Holmes, it's the bad Big Sexy. Woo, yeah, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, podcast, podcast, woo, big, woo, big, woo, 501, baby, big, podcast, football, basketball, whatever you need, podcast, woo, big, shout out to fans, man, woo, big, keep the support live, let's get it, podcast, you know we gon' keep it real every time, every single time, podcast, woo, big, woo.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Woo Pig Podcast, man, where we're talking about Arkansas Razorback football and basketball every day, all day. I'm your host, Oliver O.D. You know who I got in the building.
Hey, man, I'm a little bit somber, but it's your boy, G Holmes, in the building, a.k.a. Sad Sexy today.
What
I'm
more
sad.
do you want from me?
We're not even gonna do the traditional today.
Yeah, man, it's Sad Sexy, man, Sad Sexy.
And also joining us as always, baby.
Man, you know who it is. It's the bad little brother, but today I'm about to be the worst little brother you ever seen. So let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
Hey, man, it is what it is, man. It's what we knew.
It is what it is. Yep.
It's what we knew. It's what we expected, but we didn't want to say it. But it's true, man.
It's true.
75 is true, like I said.
Mediocrity.
If that.
You know what? I'm not gonna even give us mediocre because we below 500. We ain't even mediocre. So
Y'all, we gonna have to talk about it later on in the show, but I would love to see what 7 games we gonna win this season. Missouri is 4-0 right now.
Hey,
Missouri
Florida beat
4-0.
Tennessee last week.
Kentucky beating the brakes off Florida, bro. They beat the brakes. Oh man, the slope is no longer slippery, bro. We are sliding down a slide of razor blades into a bath of boiling hot rubbing alcohol. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, this is bad, man. This is real bad.
It's bad.
So man, let's kick this thing off, man, like we always do, man. Let's run through the actual factuals. Let me get my overlays together, man. I was rushing today, man. Let's get to the actual factuals, man. Where's my click that? There we go. Hey man, we lost 22-34, man. All time, Arkansas still leads the series. 44 wins to 34 losses, 3 ties. Texas A&M, though, has won the last 11 out of 12 football games, man.
11 out of 12.
I mean, that's dating back. Dude, that's dating back
3 coaches.
far. Yeah. That's
3
Bielema,
coaches.
Chad Morris, and Petrino, and this
John
guy
L.
here.
Smith.
All them.
With the,
Ugh.
yeah.
All them.
Yes. So
We saying names we ain't even supposed to say no more. We
we ain't
finna add
supposed
one
to
to
say
the
it.
list.
Bro,
Hey, man.
y'all coming in here. Hey, man, hit the like button. We need you to come in, hit the like button, and we're going to give you a chance to tee off. We're going to give
Hey,
you a
man.
chance to tee off.
Should I run through the simple game stats just for the people who don't truly understand? Just the simple basics or nah?
I got them coming, man. Give me just a second. Let me
Okay.
fix this overlay real quick. I don't know what that was up there. I got to read the super chats first, man. Just FYI, the super chats always gonna get love. Hey, man, Lavelle
I
Hill.
hate how right this man is.
I know, easy.
I can't even say nothing today, man. It should be crickets on the show today. and later on, we gonna have to get Box on the show, man, because hey man, he may be right, man. I hate to say it, man, but it ain't looking good, man.
It ain't looking good, man. It's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, I got to read another super chat, man. Why is it going down there? This is ticking me off.
Yeah, man.
It's tough out here, man.
Yeah.
We finna get into it, Hog fans. Just trust us. It's about to get.
Yeah.
Hey, Sanders Price. Hey, salute to you. This is my first time seeing your name in the building, man. Welcome to the show. We appreciate the
welcome.
support. Pitt got us from trash to mid, and that's his feeling. Hey, that's facts, man. Let's run through these. Let's kick the actual factuals though, man. Hey man, KJ looking like he did back in 2019 right now.
Man.
Passing 52.9%, 9 of 17, 132 yards passing. I don't know what I was doing with this average. Like I said, I was rushing, but he had 1 TD and 1 interception.
That's
His
all.
longest pass was 48 yards.
And that was at the very end of the game. That was the mercy touchdown to Armstrong.
Yeah.
So we don't even count that. Offense really didn't score no points all game.
No. I mean,
offense. Let me say that one more time. The offense didn't really score all game.
Yeah. They didn't. I mean,
against A&M.
Shout out to Cam Little. Shout out to Cam Little, man. Gotta give him some love. He the best player we got.
He the best player we got, man. He money.
That's so sad.
The offense scores no. I mean, oh man, wait till we get into it. I mean, we gonna pick them apart one at a time, man.
This felt like a Chad Morris game. Like I can't stress that enough. Do y'all remember during the Chad Morris era when it was just like, do I even want to watch the second half? It literally felt like that. Ugh.
Do we remember?
Oh my god.
Yeah, we remember.
Hey man, Rocky didn't take off, man.
Rocky
Welcome
did not
home.
take off, man.
Welcome back.
34 yards rushing on 11 rushes, 3.1 yards. He did have 2 receptions for 36 yards. One of them went for 38, so he must have lost yards on one. Bro, that's just terrible. That's terrible, man.
Abysmal, man.
Hey,
who had a worse game, KJ or Rocket, in y'all opinion?
Hey man, they tit for tat.
You can't put it on Rocket because Rocket ain't played in 3 games. He a little
He ain't
rusty.
played in 3 games.
True that.
Can't put it on Rocket, man.
KJ had a terrible game management. What did I say? What have I been saying? I talked about game management. Horrible game management. Horrible. And as my boy E-Beezy always say, man, you know what? Hey, man, KJ is not reading the defense. On that one play, a third down play, and they try to run this option off to the right side, and clearly everybody sees that they're stacking that right side. They brought both linebackers behind their defensive tackle, and we still ran to that side. Are you kidding me? I saw that. Even the announcer said, man, they're really loading up that right side, and they still ran into it. Only thing you have to do is call the audible at the line. Read the defense. They're cheating down on the left side because that's the only side that you run into. You running it right from that set. And then you do it again? Come on, man. I can see that.
Hey, man.
Bruh.
Another super chat from
E-Box, man. Hey, stall us out, baby. Hey, he bringing the smoke.
He said, take away that last 48-yard TD pass, and he had 84 yards passing. That's our super senior. It takes a brain to run Eno's offense. Guess what KJ don't have?
Man, I can't even argue with him. I can't. Hey, man, shots fired.
KJ been a college football player for 5 seasons now. This is his 5th season in college. Just think about that. Like, and I gotta give KJ his fire today. I was gonna say I can't put it all on him, but 70, 80, 85% of that is on KJ today. That was the worst I ever seen. Body language. Let's not even talk about the mechanics of being a quarterback and running Dan Eno's offense. Let's just talk about being a leader. Did KJ look like a leader to y'all today in any form or
No.
fashion? That was
No.
disgusting. It was sad to watch. How can anybody on that team fight for you if you don't even want to fight for them?
Yeah. And, you know, you're talking about body language. It was almost as if, you know, when somebody asks you to do something and you feel like it's not going to work, you don't want to put all of your effort into it. So you can say, man, I knew that wasn't going to work.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I already knew that wasn't going to go. That's the body language that he's, you know, that he has. And that is infectious. It's infectious because guess what? In the huddles, like I've been talking about, that game management, he lazy in the huddle, lazy out of the huddle. And you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't have that fire as you see with these elite quarterbacks when they're confident that they can make this read. They can read this defense and get that offense into the right set. I didn't see anything from him. I'm telling you, hey, man, we give you your flowers when you deserve it, but we will put them on your grave when you do too.
Hey, that's facts, man. But let's take this thing back a little bit, man. Let's talk about the coaching staff, man. Let's talk about the coaching staff, and we're gonna start with Dan Enos, man. I got to talk about Dan Enos. Something Bach said that you got to have brains to run Dan Enos' system. Man, Dan Enos' system ain't got a brain. Who runs a quarterback's draw on 3rd and 10? Please answer me. Can one of you guys tell me who, if you was playing Madden and you needed 10 yards, would you run a quarterback draw?
Not even with Lamar Jackson.
That's the dumbest thing I ever seen in my life. Hey, he like the little line on the odds. He ain't got no heart, and the other dude, the little tinker dude, he ain't had a brain. This is dumb. This is dumb. Enos isn't a winner. Fact. Bobby Hobson in the chat. He ain't no winner. I mean, who runs these plays, bro? These are the dumbest plays I ever seen.
One time on first down. Did we pass it?
Not
once?
once.
I don't think we passed it a single time on first. I think it was run pass the entire game. Even when we was down double digits in the second half, we still running the ball first and second down.
Bro, they didn't even the announcers were saying at the end of the game when they tried to open up the playbook, he was like, man, this is just the 3rd time they've thrown the ball downfield. This is the 3rd time you've thrown the ball downfield all game. You can't win ball games like that. I'm just saying. Very seldom am I almost speechless. Very seldom. Y'all that know me know I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. But
man.
Oh my God.
Hey, Box is shooting, boy. He's shooting from the hip.
Man, I wish I had some gunfire sound effects right now.
Pow, pow. He's shooting from the hip.
Max Johnson had 57 yards rushing. Play breakdown, he runs. KJ -3, but y'all defend that trash. Time for a change.
Hey, man, we ain't defending them.
We ain't. Trust me, today we ain't defending them.
We ain't defending them.
But we gonna talk about it though. We gonna talk about it. But you gotta put something on the offensive scheme that Dan Enos is running, bro. This is the first time that we've seen a jet sweep with Satanga. Yeah, granted, they didn't go nowhere, but this is what you had to do because you can't block. You had to do.
The timing was bad. The timing of that play was terrible. It was like 2nd and forever, and they had linebackers on the outside. I'm like, why would you choose to do it now of all times?
Yeah. Yeah. It was terrible. Yo, let me remind everybody, hit the like button when you in here, please. Hit the like button, man. We're going to give you guys a place to come and vent. We're going to open it up here in just a minute. But hit the like button for us, man. We really appreciate everybody tapping in.
Hey, shout out to Boss Hog, always supporting the channel. KJ came off the field a couple times saying the line isn't blocking.
That's no lies detected.
Man. So
They was
Everything was
burning.
bad.
Everything was bad.
now, what do you guys have to say about what you seen in the offense, man? Just the offensive play calling, the offense in general. What's going on?
DG, you want to go first?
Deezy, take that.
All right, let's break it down piece by piece. So first of all, like you said, it started up front. We all talked about it in the pregame show. Like, we want to see this offensive line against State front seven, whatever you want to call them. Our O line was horrendous today, all time bad. It was terrible. KJ didn't have no time to go nowhere. They didn't get no push. Rocket come home show was destroyed because of them. The O line was terrible. So that's where it started, which led to KJ and Rocket not having no confidence, which led to our wide receivers dropping passes because they didn't expect them. It was just like a domino effect against our whole offensive scheme. Like, the play sucked, the blocking sucked, the catching sucked, the throwing sucked. It was terrible. It was literally Chad Morris all over again, where everything was bad. So I don't even know how to answer that question. Everything.
I mean, specifically the blocking. Okay, KJ made some horrible reads. He did make some horrible reads, but then again, they was in his hip pocket. In the shotgun, they were in his hip pocket. When we, think about this, they had 5 or 6 sacks tonight.
7.
Think of 7 sacks. You had 7 sacks in the shotgun formation. What if he was under center? You see what I'm saying? Maybe
12.
that's what that's maybe I need to like dial back my expectations of that offense, because man, if our quarterback is getting sacked 7 times and in the shotgun formation, come on, man. They're not blocking at all. It's almost like they're blocking out of the screen. You know how they screen? They hold the block just for a second, then release and get upfield. That's almost like what the blocking looks like. It's like it's supposed to be a screenplay every time. Terrible. Man. Then you have our running back. Our running back actually whiffs on a blitz pickup for a sack. Come on, man. You don't see this cornerback rushing off of the edge, and that's on your side and on your responsibility. This is your responsibility to catch this guy from the side, and you whiff him. Hey, come on, man.
Let me jump in right when you said that, G. DeBinion is disgusting the way he blocks, man. He's terrible. Disgusting. Oh my God. I mean, he just let the dude run right by him. Rocket lets another dude run by him, and he goes and starts to talk to the center like he was supposed to go over here and block this dude.
Yeah, like it was his fault. What?
Yeah. Like, dude, who you talking to? And then number 62 laying on the ground.
Latham.
I don't even want to say his name. He just number 62 to me. He just laying on the ground on the play. What you doing, bro? Block somebody. I want to call him what I want to call him. I can't say that. I can't. Man, 62 is just dumpster juice, trash. I can't believe we said this dude was going to be in the NFL. Man,
I know, right? He's the captain. He the captain, bro.
Man, he need to be captain on the love boat so that junk can sink. What? Terrible.
Captain of the trash team. That's what he is. I mean, he captain trash.
Oh, my God.
I never seen an offense with 0 bright spots. Like, there was not a single bright spot today. Cam Little, that's it.
Cam Little can kick that thing.
When Luke went down on the first play,
I was like, oh, man.
Man.
Cancel Christmas.
I'm gonna shout out. I don't JJ. I'm gonna shout you out. I think I know who this is. It's probably Jonathan James. He's an infiltrator. My homeboy from Houston. He's an infiltrator. He went to A&M. Kill yourself.
With a rusty nail. With a rusty nail. I want you to get lockjaw right before you take your last breath.
Shout out to my brother. Shout out to my brother Jonathan, man. And got my boy Josh in Texas in the building, man.
What up, Josh?
Shout out to you for the $10 super chat, man.
Man, H-Town in the building.
Oh, man. So we got. I still want to talk about this offense, man. We saw gums in the game. He looked lost.
By default.
He was in the game, but he looked lost. He was like, where I supposed to be at? I'm like, and now I see what Pittman is saying when he said he don't know the offense. Because he was out there just like, where I supposed to line up at? the one play he threw him the ball, KJ Bach got the dude killed.
He laid him out, didn't he?
Yeah. I'm like, he just got in the game, and this is what I get. Oh my God, man. Oh man. Dizzle McTwizzle. Salute to you for the super chat. Red alert, the rope was dropped, dumpster fire imminent. It's over for someone soon. Hey, we gonna talk about that, Dizzle. We gonna get on that smoke. We gonna get on it. Man, anything else y'all want to talk about on the offensive side?
My last
There's nothing else.
is,
Hey, nothing else to talk about.
hey, I'm finna stump on it some more. Forget it. I ain't never seen the old coordinator run the ball when you down double digits in a second. Like, we kept running. Bro, it literally felt like he was point shaving. Like, I think I texted the group thread at one point. Hey, if you're not in the Discord, join the Woo Pig podcast Discord, man. They get jumping in there. The whole game, everything we talking. It felt like Adam Sandler from The Longest Yard at the beginning of the movie when he was point shaving, got kicked out the NFL and sent to jail. Somebody should have sent Dan Enos to jail today.
Trying to cover.
Like, it was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, what we talking about next? OD defense. Let's get on them stuff.
The last 3 games. Everybody talking about you got to get to. Let me get my voice out. Let me get my voice. I got to talk about what everybody's saying. Where that?
There you go.
There it is. Everybody want to talk about T. Will. We got to give him time to run his defense, to get his players in there. Bro, all y'all can kill yourself.
T. Will's defense is dumpster deuce. It's trash. We did better with Barry Odom. I'm sorry. Barry Odom, he wasn't giving up 40 points. Like, he had way more trash players than quote unquote T. Will got. And we sat around here and said, oh, T. Will gonna do his thing. And I was never high on him because guess what? He came from a little bitty school. So I'm like, I don't know what this fool gonna do. But now that we see T. Will and we see his defense, bro, did you not listen to anybody? Did nobody tell you that Hudson Clark can't guard an 80-year-old running route? He can't guard the dudes in the wheelchair Olympics, bro. The dude is trash, man. He trash, and don't put him back out there. I don't care who you play.
And McLaughlin done got hurt.
Bro.
So that's even worse. McLaughlin hurt. Thomas, one of our starting linebackers, I think he got hurt. He got shook up a little bit. But Hudson Clark, the dude is just, I don't know, man. I dread whenever he has to be in that man-to-man. I'm telling you, that man-to-man is just, he probably does too. He probably does. All of us have been playing basketball, and the last man that somebody got to guard, you be like, God, dog, I know I can't guard this dude.
Mm-hmm.
You be like, hey, man, I'm going to need some help on the backside. Because you know what I'm saying? You remember them times in Hoop Fest when everybody on the team is 6'5", 6'8", and you like, dang, I don't even know who to get because everybody going to give me the work. That's how he feel, man.
Yeah.
That's how he feel. He like, oh, snap. They calling that. I gotta guard this slot receiver.
Hey man,
I just don't get it.
I gotta read the super chat. My boy JJ Jonathan James. He's the infiltrator. I don't think our DC Durkin is elite. I just think y'all O-line is waste management certified. Good game though. Ribs, bacon, and chops for dinner tonight. Hey man, I ain't got nothing to say to you, man. I'm tired of this every year though. One day we gonna get y'all busters. Man, that said waste management certified. Hold up, man. I got to get me some shots. That's gonna be my goal for them. I got to get some shots because Box is throwing shots, man.
Hey, man, easy on it.
Let me give him. Since you didn't want to put it up, I will pay again. Maybe Enos didn't want another pass thrown to a wide receiver feet or over underthrow a wide receiver to allow the DB to catch up and knock down the TD pass. Nah.
Hey man,
You
I
ain't had
can't.
no other choice.
Bro, he did underthrow some guys. He underthrew Armstrong. He had to slow down and wait on it. And he did through that one. He threw a couple of balls at not Luke Haas, but Tesla. He threw him at his knees over the middle. And that was a 10-yard pass, crossing route, and he threw it and hit him in the knees. I don't know. I can't really, I don't have nothing to say about that. I have nothing to say about that because the difference between hitting a guy here and hitting a guy in the knees is that's a bad throw. You feel me? Usually, from catching it here to here, okay, the quarterback was off just a little bit. But, man, when you get them balls down around your knees, man, that's a horrible throw. I can't argue with that. Can y'all argue with that?
Man. KJ
Nobody.
was atrocious.
We can't argue with. We can't argue with that.
9 of 17, 132 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. And really, if you want to take away that one free touchdown that the defense gave, 84 yards, 0 touchdowns, and intercept. Like that's an all-time bad game for any quarterback in school history.
Any quarterback. Hey man, it's high school players that ain't putting up them terrible numbers.
Hey, Mr. TW, he coming in hot. I support the players, but I can no longer support these coaches. I think Sam officially lost the majority of the fan base today. Enos is booty cheeks. Rest in peace. 2023.
Hey, Brady Latham in the chat, y'all.
Oh my God, man. Oh my God, man. Let me read this other super
My
chat.
boy Brady
man.
Latham in the chat, man. Number 62.
Oh man, in the arms of the angels on this season. Hey, man. Oh my God, Mama, here goes that man.
Wait a minute. Hey man, you can't keep shooting the dead dog, EBC.
T-Will defense scored the same amount of points as the offense did. Get out of here. Hudson is like the dude on Remember the Titans. Just come on. But Hudson is just not taking himself out the game. Well, somebody need to take him out the game.
Somebody got to take him out.
Somebody got to do it. I mean, at this point, you just put Metcalf, TJ Metcalf in the game. I don't care who you put back there. But this guy can't be on the field. He is a liability when he has to cover one-on-one. That's just the black two sugars, bro. Dude is a liability, man. He's a liability on defense, man.
Even deeper than that, we just got a personnel problem on defense. The fact that Antonio Greer had to only come in after Jaheim Thomas got hurt. The fact that a lot of players that contributed today only came in because other people got. Where these players
got
been
hurt?
At?
Yeah, exactly.
I
mean, got
when,
no PT.
When you think about Greer, he's came in the game, and what have you seen out of Greer? A pick six, a recovered fumble, almost had a sack today, and he had one little thing that I saw that he did wrong. And that's when it was a bogus call on a roughing the passer. There wasn't roughing passer. He put his hands up. He barely touched the dude, and they called him for a roughing the passer. So guys that we think that should be playing, that we've seen a little bit of, they don't even get a chance. And I don't want to hear nobody else say Tesla's mouth. I don't want to hear nobody say Tesla nothing. Because there was plenty of times when the guys that was commentating the show was showing the receivers, Tesla had no separation whatsoever. None. Mm-hmm. Now, anything else we gonna talk about on this defense? Y'all got anything else you want to say?
Let's talk about this defensive line. Okay.
Trash.
The defensive line. So let's talk about this defensive line. Okay. So preseason, I mean, like I said, man, we was drinking the Kool-Aid mixed with 2 flavors, man, with 3 cups of sugar. Ghetto laid. You know how I make it OD. You can smell it when you walk in the house.
Facts.
We was drinking it. We was drinking that Kool-Aid. And on paper, the Kool-Aid looked like it could be true. We got these guys that coming out of practice, and now we're understanding. Coming out of practice, they doing this, they doing that, they doing this, and this. They practicing against the most terrible O-line in the SEC.
Facts.
They gon' look like NFL edge rushers. What you mean? But put them up against some other guys in the SEC that are D1 athletes, mediocre at best. I'm not seeing any real penetration. The only time I saw good penetration is when we did run we dropped some line. We did a linebacker blitz. We did a couple of safety blitzes. We never really did a corner blitz because we didn't want to have Hudson Clark to have to play that guy. We didn't want to have to, so we did no corner blitzes, but we ran a couple of blitzes and we did get a little penetration. When we were rushing for, the dude was back there where OD say, patting the baby booty. Defensive line, trash. I said what I said.
Made Max Johnson look like a all SEC Heisman candidate today.
Bro.
He outran KJ, y'all. He not even a running quarterback. And this man outran KJ, who's supposed to be the most dynamic dual threat in the SEC this year, man. It was so bad. Oh my God.
Hey, shout out to I'm just saying. He said he got something he's trying to get off his chest. We coming to the hog pen in a minute. Mr. TW. Chad Barnes called, say he want his playbook back.
I know, right? Hey, Dan Enos got it. Dan Enos has got his playbook, man.
Shout out to the special teams coach, whoever that is. I don't know. Shout him out. He did a good job. Yeah, him. Kicking game looked good. The punter was on point. Hey, Cam Little, the best player we got.
Hey, hey, that coverage.
Satania wasn't good today.
Satania wasn't good. Hey, man.
Satania had 2 fumbles.
We got some smoke for everybody.
That ain't on the coach, though. You can't put that on the coach. Dropping the ball ain't on the coach.
Okay, so what about that coverage where they over pursued? What about that? You let the man.
Yeah, they ran one back on us.
Yeah, they did. I forgot about that one. I had almost checked out at that point because I was just like, this is some trash. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I caught the middle of that play too.
Yeah. I was checked out, man. I was eating combination fried rice at that point. Hey, man. All right, so I think we didn't cover the offense, we didn't cover the defense. Hold up, I got one more question before we take it to the hog pen, man. Hey, y'all Hunter here a check, man. Is you calling him on that carpet to let him know you lose another game, you fired?
Oh man, if I'm Hunter Yurchek, I'm sitting beside him on the plane on the way home. He gonna understand. He gonna understand this because one thing I can tell you about the Arkansas Razorbacks, man, that facility is top notch. They got 5 of the richest Americans that live within 60 miles of that college campus. Some of them even closer. And for us, and for us to have that type of performance with this, I mean, it's atrocious. I don't believe in saying, hot seats. You know what I'm saying? In our culture, we ain't never been in no hot seat. You either hired or you fired. Ain't no hot seat. What you mean? If I'm Dan Enos, I'm letting him know. Hey, man, lose another game. We actively looking for a coach.
Man, Deezy, is you calling him on that carpet?
To be honest, I wouldn't even talk to Pittman yet. I would have already been on the phone with other coaches trying to see if I can find something better first, and that would determine how me and Pittman talk go. Better first. If Dion answer, if any of the NFL guys answer, hey, I might have escorted Pittman. Hey, dog, I forgot to tell you, but your house for sale.
Oh yeah, man, you gonna have to go and get you another flight. You can't even fly home with the team.
Man,
get you another ticket. You need to buy you a ticket home.
Hey, I'm gonna treat that boy like they did Red Bielema, man. We firing you at halftime. As soon as the game over, hey, just let you know they already got your stuff together. You ain't got nothing in your office. And we had to do it with the big glasses that be at the Arkansas game. He the basketball game sitting behind the visitor bench. He already cleared you out, so you ain't got to worry about nothing. Just exit out with the fans. You fired. You fired. I don't care how much we owe you. We'll pay you in pennies over the next 10 years. Holla, man. Hey,
It's just so sad to think.
All right, shout out to Boss Hog. I stopped watching with 10 minutes left in the game. Hey, the Hog Wild podcast. Hey, salute to you. I wasted my time and money going to the game, bro. KJ looked like he is completely checked out. He got his NIL check and ain't been the same. These boys let go of the rope today. Sam Pittman is out. What he said. What he said. Let me run through this other
Hey,
super
did y'all
chat.
see the car KJ driving? Bro,
Dude.
somebody in the chat tell me what kind of car that was. It's an all red, looked like a Ferrari or so. I was like, what kind of
Did you see the suit he had on going into the game? I'm gonna have to retweet that on Twitter, man. The boy had I don't even know what kind of suit that was.
Stripe,
the
red
necklace.
and white.
I'm like, these dudes got way too much money. They not hungry, bro. They're not hungry.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You hungry when you can eat a soup with a fork. These dudes ain't hungry, bro.
They ain't
They ain't hungry, man. They sitting around, got big penthouse apartments in college and stuff. Man, NIL done ruined the game, man. These boys ain't hungry, man.
They ain't hungry no more.
Hey, shout out to Jonathan James, JJ. This one of those days where you sit back and reminisce about your side chicks, motorcycles, and neck braces.
Shout out to Bobby P.
Hey, man. Hey,
Two pumps in a cloud of dust, baby.
Bring Bobby back, man. Bring Bobby back, man. We need him
Bobby.
back, man. Oh, man. 3-9 this season, Boss Hog say, man. Ooh, Mr. TW, brother. You and I saw this at the BYU game. This offense is dysfunctional at best and toxic at worst. We as fans deserve better than this.
That's
hey,
facts.
man. That's big facts, man. All right, guys.
Let's open up this hog pen, man.
Hey,
y'all get ready.
Y'all
get ready.
Now,
y'all get ready. Let's go.
Now, before I bring in the hog pen, let me go over little things we got to go over, right? If you're watching on Twitter, if you comment, I can't see those on Twitter. But just so you know, that's why I'm not responding to anybody on Twitter. If you come on the stream, make sure you got headphones. Make sure you turn your TV off or your YouTube or wherever you watching it at. Make sure you turn it off so we ain't getting feedback. And keep your comments brief so we can make sure we get everybody on the show. Because, hey, man, we might have a lot of people that want to come on the show. But, yeah, other than that, and hit the like button, too, if you ain't hit that. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be notified when we drop more videos. We want to make sure that we point that out. G, you got anything you want to add before I open it up?
No, man. I just want to just thank everybody for coming in, man. This is the section of the show, man, where we like to release the hogs, and you guys are the Woo Pig family. Y'all in the hog pen right now. We can hear y'all bumping around in these comments, and it's time to let y'all come on and express those because you are just as passionate as we are. So the link right now is in the description. So just click on that link, man. And
it ain't in the description. It's in the comments.
I just wanted. I said that for you. I said that just for you. That's what you always say.
Y'all suck MC. Y'all suck MC.
So hey, let's get it cranked, baby. Let's release these hogs, man. Y'all come. Let's go.
Hey, guess who's back with us, baby?
There he is.
Man, we got Tonka Todd in the building.
Tonka Todd in the building, man. Hey, Tonka, we ain't not gonna ask you no questions. We ain't gonna hold you back. Release the Kraken.
Okay, so defensively, here's what the situation is. Arkansas, now, just sit back and take a breath with this. Arkansas, you have quality players on defense. You should have a defense that should have shut down Texas A&M. Okay,
Facts.
You do. Okay, keep faith in that. All you got to do to fix it is use the personnel at hand. Install a zone blitz scheme. You can show the same fronts. Just let everybody know safeties are never in man. You know, and if I need man coverage, that's why I got linebackers.
No, we don't.
Well,
Anybody wearing a 17, we don't have them. We don't have them. Okay,
well,
my bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
you all right? Leave him at safety and just tell him when you on the field, you got jump responsibility, and that is your only job. If they throw the ball, you run and get it. That's your only job. Just leave him deep, and you'll be all right. Because as a free safety, I think he would be great. But offensively, they need to fire the O-line coach, fire the OC. Hate to say it, fire the head coach. Keep the tight ends coach, keep the defensive staff. Let's work on a better scheme defensively, and let's try to find somebody else to run this ship.
Man, I don't disagree with none of that. Let me go back real quick. Hey, shout out to Lane New. It's hard to be it's hard to be KJ when you're getting sacked 7 times a game in Enos offense. He's not elite, but still one of the best QBs we've had in Arkansas. I agree with what you're saying, but I'm gonna ask you a question, Lane. Could it be that Box is actually right? Maybe he just ain't processing the offense quick enough. No, we're gonna throw that question out there. Hey, shout out to my boy Light Skin Los in the building. Hey, we
Light Skin Los all the way from H-Town, baby.
Hold on, Los.
Let's go.
Light Skin Los, go ahead, man. We
Y'all
been
hear-
listening to Kraken, baby. Say what you want to say.
Boy, burn it down, man.
Burn it down.
Burn it down. Pittman got to go. Eno's got to go. Let them all go.
Everybody got to go.
Everybody, man.
What you think about that defense? Let him go too?
Man, I'm still a little hung out on that because the offense is so trash that I can't just fully let the defense take the hit on that, But T Will need to tighten up.
So this game we technically gave up 40 points. We technically gave up 40. So we've given up 40, 38, 34 in the last 3 games. At what point do you dumb down the defense and give us more of just a base look and just sporadically mix in some of that T-Will? When do you dial it back? I'm gonna ask Tonka that question, and I'm gonna come back to you, Los.
It was time at week 2 to do that. Actually, if you got players that go through spring ball, early fall practice, and still cannot comprehend what their job is on defense, then it's time to dumb it down. By week 2 of the normal season, you know kind of where your defense is, right? And it should have already been dumbed down. It's blitz calling and things when you're on the sidelines. It's like you're playing the stock market blindfolded, right? Because in this down and distance and this packaging, he likes to do X, Y, and Z. So that's what I'm looking at, hoping that's what he does, because he could be sitting across the way laughing at you. Go, hey, fat boy, you picked up an A when you should have picked down and B. Now I'm going to hit you with this slant, So it's knowing your personnel and knowing what your defense can do. That determines how aggressive you can be. If that makes any sense.
Gotcha.
It does.
Los, coming back to you.
Hey,
what you think?
1,000%, bro. Tonka said it all. You got to know your personnel. You got to know what you got, what you can run. If it's out there, if you don't have the personnel, you don't need to be trying that. You gotta dumb it down.
Hey, that's facts right there. Hey, DZ, You got anything you want to add?
Man, it's just so sad to just to realize where we at. Like, truly, man. I'm in disbelief. No, I don't got no words, man. I'm speechless. I'll come up with something in a second.
G, I'm gonna come to you before I come to my boy Jeff Gordon
man,
on the elliptical out here.
Hey, man, I just want to hear Jeff. You know what I'm saying? He over there trying to get his exercise on, man, while I'm having a little drink. So, you know what? Shout out to you, Jay. Jeff.
Hey, man, Jeff's so frustrated, he had to go to the gym and run off.
He had to go to the gym and work it out.
I need to be with him, man.
Hey, what's up, Jeff? Hey, man, talk to us, man. We releasing. We ain't asking no questions. You can say what you want to say today.
Guys, got so frustrated. The second that clock hit 00, I came straight to the gym. Had to work out these frustrations. Unfortunately, I was right.
Yep.
Fortunately, I was right. I said Texas A&M was going to score 34 points in a win. I hate it. I'm sick of it. I'm texting my buddy. I'm like, it's inexcusable that we're losing 12 out of 13 games to Texas A&M when we used to own these guys. Because we're constantly finding ways to lose because we're not adapting. We're not doing what we need to do. I think you guys are off on Hudson Clark. He's one of the best open field tacklers that we have. That's why they moved him to safety. That way he wouldn't have to be in coverage very much.
Man, I think the oxygen depraved over there.
But how? But hold on. No, wait a minute, Jeff. So wait a minute. I'm not gonna let you skip past that. So how are we wrong if you just said that he's good in open space, but they moved him so he wouldn't have to cover? So that's what we're talking about. We're not talking. We said he's great in zone, but it's whenever it calls for him to cover a man. Whenever that defense or he has to check out and he has to cover that slot receiver, it's dumpster juice.
Okay, so he was at cornerback, and if he was still playing cornerback, you guys would be like dead on the money, absolutely dead on the money. I look at Hudson Clark kind of like I look at Zach Painter back during the Houston Nut days. He was an undersized cornerback. He kept getting burnt, so they moved him over to a rover safety position, and he ended up being really good at that position because he wasn't relied on in one-on-one coverage that much. So sorry if I'm out of breath. You guys can see what's going on. So the thing is that if you go and you look at all these like touchdown passes we're giving up against LSU, against BYU, against Texas A&M, it's not Zach. Listen to me about to say Zach Painter. It's not Hudson Clark covering those guys. It's somebody else covering those guys that's getting burnt. Hudson Clark may not have as good of one-on-one coverage for 15-yard pass down the field where where they get it to a tight end or a running back wheel route or something like that. But if it wasn't for his open field tackling, they probably would have been scoring a shitload, a whole lot more. Excuse me, a whole bunch more, because none of our players can tackle very well. That's why these other teams get so many yards after contact against us, because we're not bringing the guys down. I'm a big critic of Hudson Clark whenever he was a cornerback, but I think they did the right thing moving him to safety. And I don't think that he's the only weak link in that defensive backfield.
No, not at all.
Hey, but I've got a question. I've got a question for you before you fall out of a heart attack. Hang on, let me walk with you here. Okay, look, I'm walking with you. Now listen.
Let's go.
Which is the worst cover corner, Singletary or your boy? And go.
Cover corner? Well, I mean, cover corner would be Singletary because he's an actual corner.
Right, but I mean, once Hudson Clark was a corner, compare him to Singletary. Who is the worst out of those two?
Oh man,
it might be even, to be honest with you.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, but they're not moving Singletary to another position to compensate for that lack of coverage skills. I mean, Singletary, what did he get burned like twice for a touchdown? Big time against BYU?
Three times.
Three times. Look back in all of the highlights and see how many big touchdown passes were the result of Hudson Clark getting burnt.
Hey man,
I don't know if we've had any so far this year.
As much football as you watch, Jeff, and you ain't seen your boy get burnt. Come on, man.
I'm talking about burnt where it hurts us, like for a big touchdown. If they end up converting a third and 15.
If the guy didn't fall down, he would have got a touchdown today if it would have been a better pass. That was a touchdown. But before we go any further, man, my super chat's got to get president over anybody. Lane New again. Thank you for supporting the channel. That was a poke on at Enos. We're stuck with him for the season. Enos did. I don't know what he's saying. The doubt when he was hired again. He needs to get on down. It's basically what he's saying. And he gave us another super chat. So let me read that. Enos is too predictable. That's facts.
That's facts.
Those are all facts. We've been saying. If you go back and watch our video that we did on Enos about asking if he's the answer, that was my biggest gripe. He does the same thing over and over, 3 pumps in a cloud of dust, and that's what he do. We've been saying. We said that long ago before anybody even knew about the Woo Pig podcast. We've been saying it. It was a terrible hire. We should have gave Browse a raise because I'm sorry, man. Everybody wanted to get rid of Browse, but now we see Enos ain't the answer. He's not the answer.
Hey,
I don't think Browse was the answer either, though, because Browse was no better at play calling in situational play calls.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
I agree.
Before you do that, hey, go ahead and put that link back into the comments again, because I know Uncle Cleve said he wanted to get in.
All right,
so
I got somebody
make
already
sure you
waiting. So hold on, I got somebody waiting already, but
Hey,
I'm gonna throw it in a second.
I'm about to bounce, guys. I gotta go.
Okay, man.
All right,
I'll let you later, Los.
Hey, enjoyed it.
Hey,
Y'all
have a
be
good time at H-Town this weekend, baby.
I will do that.
All right, man. My train of thought got broke. I was about to say something about Browse not the answer. If he's not the answer, then answer this for me, Tonka. How did Rocket Sanders have an average of 6.5 yards a carry last year?
That was because we had a better offensive line, number one. Number two, Browse's offense is based around a power run game, not the pass.
But we passed when we wanted to, and we ran when we wanted to. Did we not?
No, not always. Because remember, last year Arkansas struggled running the ball too. This ain't just a this year problem. This has been a problem for a minute.
I want to argue that.
Go ahead, DZ.
So the thing about Enos that a lot of people, not Enos, Kendall Browse that a lot of people had misconstrued. When we had Kendall Browse, we could move the ball up and down the field. We just couldn't score when it mattered on the goal lines and then big, long third and whatever. Now, that type of stuff, that's when as a head coach, you got to kind of step in like, hey, nah, we running this. And it's a lot of stuff we put on our offensive coordinators, but we got to start talking about Sam Pittman too. At what point as a head coach do you step in and say, hey, no, let's run this play that I liked in practice. Let's run that. You got to. This is your ship, dog. Like, even though that's his department, I'm a warehouse manager. We got inbound and we got outbound. If the inbound department get to going crazy, I'm going to go to the inbound manager like, hey, nah, we shutting all that down and we're going to do this right here. Like, that's on the head coach just as much. I think we put too much on Kendall Browse, and that's why he at TCU right now going crazy.
Okay. All right. Now, I got to open it up because
hey, the sniper done came in the room.
I know he here for the smoke.
The sniper done came in. He's shooting shots.
And he told us what was gonna happen. He told us what was gonna happen. So the floor is yours, Mr. Lavelle Hill. I'm gonna call him Mr. because he get my respect right now.
I got a question for y'all. Do y'all think Dallas Cowboys defense was good last year?
I can't answer that. I don't watch the Cowboys, so I can't answer that question.
Yeah, it was.
Any of y'all think? Okay, what happened with the Cowboys last year?
They lost.
Why?
No offense.
Yeah, no offense.
Okay. Wait a minute. Our defense played good enough to win today.
They did.
But as the game go on, your defense going like, dang, they ain't doing nothing when then they drag down. Because the game was still ours to win at the fourth quarter. So how much of that is T-Will? How much of that is the offense? Another thing.
They had a big touchdown on special teams too.
Okay, how do we know Enos is the problem if we ain't giving another quarterback a chance? We saying replace every.
No argument.
We saying replace everybody. We saying replace everybody on the team. But why we ain't giving another quarterback a chance? See if Enos really is the problem.
Well,
I don't have any. I agree with that, Box. I can't. I don't have no.
Wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Greg. OD, which is a KJ lover, he about to say something.
Okay. So you want to bench KJ for a guy that we don't even really know what he can do. We seen him in practice. So I just don't understand the logic in wanting to bench a guy who has given you 3 years of great quarterbacking, who's legitimately not had a losing season at Arkansas. But you want to bench him.
Great is it great quarterbacking or is it subpar quarterbacking that Arkansas got used to?
Well, we'll just say we got used to the subpar quarterback. We'll just say that for the sake of the argument.
Hey,
but your argument is that we should bench him.
I'm gonna go back to the BYU game. Did you see the stats of the quarterbacks at the beginning of that game?
I didn't. I don't remember what they were.
Their quarterback had 10,000 yards passing. Our quarterback had 7. So is 7 our standard? That was saying.
I get what you're saying. 7 was my pick because I'll be honest with you. I don't believe in what the Hogs is doing. I didn't believe in Enos. I flat out had no belief in him whatsoever. So I don't think it's on KJ, bro. I think it's Enos. Now,
how you know that? It was Brown for 2 years.
He did his thing under Brown
for 2 years. You know why? Because Browns dumbed the offense down for KJ. Because KJ is not but a 2-read offensive quarterback. He can't go to that 3rd, 4th, 5th read.
I got you. Hey, my guy Lane New over here shaking his head. He agreed with you. We're gonna let you come up and say what you gotta say, boss.
Say what you want to say.
I'm gonna go back to the Enos and Browse topic. Okay, so Enos' offense is typically a 3 to 5 read pass play. He doesn't typically do the RPO. He kind of implicated it whenever he was at Alabama with Tua Tagovailoa. But KJ is not that style of quarterback. Okay, so with Bryles, his problem was short yardage situations, and he liked to get too damn cute. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. Anyway, he liked to get too cute as far as, you know, how he would throw that end around play or a screen out into the flat for no reason. He had already thrown it 3 or 4 times in the game already and had been tackled for loss of yards every single time. As a matter of fact, you can go back to the Alabama game in the 2021 season, okay? He was throwing swinging screens all first half. As soon as he started throwing it downfield in the second half, because the safeties were up on the 5 yards deep behind the freaking linebackers, what'd they do? They made it a game. That's what Bryles was good at. Enos, if he could actually implement his pro-style offense from 10 to 15 years ago, which has kind of become obsolete, I think that he could actually work with Pittman. But in my personal opinion, I did not like Enos whenever he was here. He had a lot of talent, especially in the backfield, but could only win 8 games in one season. It's kind of the same thing with Houston Nutt. You go back to the Gus Malzahn year with the Springdale 5 and all of that. You know, we were on a national championship run.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just dropped the ball at the end of the year.
Right.
And that goes, you know, it's the same damn shit. Sorry, excuse my language. I cuss like a sailor, man. But I know that was a lot. And I'm not going to take up any more time, but I didn't like Browse, and I don't like Enos either.
So who's your answer?
Man, whenever he was doing his coaching search I really wanted him to try to pull the offensive coordinator from last year from Minnesota. He ran a typical, and if you go and look at his stats from last year, I cannot remember his name at the moment. If I go and try to pull it up, I'll lose you. But anyway, if you go back and look at his stats and numbers and everything, he had improved Minnesota dramatically over a 3-year span. And a lot of it was an RPO offense. It would have worked with the offense that was already installed. And plus, in my opinion, this is probably the best team that Sam Pittman has put together. A lot of people are going to disagree with that, minus a couple of the receivers that have come on this year. But I'm not a fan of it. That sounds right. But I cannot remember off the top of my head at the moment.
Is it Kirk Caracosa? Coca?
That's it. Yeah, Kurt Caracoca. That's right. That would have been one that I would have tried. And, Sam Pittman, he tried several others before he got to Enos. He was kind of in a position where he had to make a hire. So, Enos was already here back whenever Sam Pittman was back here.
Mm-hmm.
But
it was safe.
It just kind of worked out that way, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a safe hire, is what you're saying.
Well, y'all know what I like to say. I like to say, man, if was a fifth, I pour you a drink. Man, we talking about what if we would have did this, what if we would have did that. Man, we didn't. And this is the trash that we dealing with. We got
exactly.
Dan That's what we have at the moment. I can appreciate what you're saying. I can appreciate that because there's a lot of things that we wish they would have done. You know what I'm saying? As fans.
And you're right. You're right. I don't disagree with you at all.
So
go ahead.
But I mean,
that's what we say.
We're kind of in the boat, the bed that we made for now, though it sucks.
You know what they say? If your aunt had nuts, she'd be your uncle.
So I'm gonna hold y'all because I gotta read my super chat. This boy Jonathan James is at it again. Is this joker named Lavelle Crawford? I don't think y'all defense was playing elite. Our offense made some glue sniffing plays to keep y'all in it. Hey, he said what he said.
I'm gonna say this though.
Hold on, guys. I know everybody trying to comment, but I got to get everybody on the show. We just got a new person to come on. Hey, Tristan, what's going on with you, baby? How you doing?
What's up with you, bro?
You got it, man.
I think what y'all missing is the fact that y'all don't understand how offense, defense, and special teams all play the game. You can't blame the defense when they got 3 turnovers. You got 3 turnovers, and you got an offense who does run. We're going to pass when we down. Like, your defense going to get tired. Like, I give you a good example without using Arkansas. Oliver, you're a Chicago Bears team. When y'all went to the Super Bowl, what was y'all Achilles heel?
Quarterback.
Y'all defense and special teams was great.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all lost games because your defense was out there too long and teams over time could score. That's what's going on with our defense. Yes, we understand Singletary is shit. We understand Clark is slow as hell, but he got good football IQ. But even if he see the ball, his feet too slow to get to
it. Hey, that's fine.
We can't blame the defense and say the defense ain't doing that. When in technicality, if your offense give up a pick 6 and you give up a punt return, but offensively they didn't do shit for the other time, you can't blame the defense. The defense get tired. Now, the reason why I can't blame Enos or I really can't blame Browse, and I don't like Browse, when you got a head coach and you bring in 2 offensive coordinators who don't understand that you got a 230 or 40-pound quarterback and you got a big line where only thing you got to do is sit under center, you can't blame the coordinator. You got to blame the head coach.
That's facts.
Sam Pittman is a good person,
mm-hmm.
but he's one of those coaches. He's a better coordinator than a head coach.
You getting
I
no
He's a
knew we
nice
was
guy.
gonna lose the game when it was 10-6. It was 4th and 1. Common sense, go for it. Once he took that timeout,
He should have
because he
punted.
went out there and punt. Because I was talking to my friend Sam, who is Moon Zoo. Me and him, we was on the phone. I'm like, bro, Pittman just fucked up. And he was like, bro, you right. The
Hey man,
reason
let's keep
why
it.
is
Hold on, man. Let me just tell you. Hey man, we appreciate you, man. But we a clean show, man. Just watch what you
oh,
say.
my bad. The reason why is if he would have came out there, because I think Sam Pittman's first choice was to go for it, but he second guessed himself. He took the time out. He allowed Texas A&M defense to come out. I would, if you're going to take a time out there, I would have just punted. Now, if you think about it, think about the momentum of that game.
I thought he
And
did
think
go
about
for
the
it, and we
time.
didn't get it.
Yeah, he went
No,
for it. We
no.
just didn't get it.
No, you missed the point. The point that I'm making is don't take the time out. If you're going to go for it on 4th and 1, go for it. Don't
Well,
come
it
out
was
there
actually
and punt.
4th and 6. They got a penalty
No, it wasn't.
called. Yeah, they got a
Yeah.
penalty call.
Yes.
Then they
Yes.
changed it to a 4th and 1,
Yes.
and then he went for it
Yes,
after
but
that.
you're missing what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when we got that penalty, it was 4th and 1. He came out there and punt when he knew that I believe he knew he should have went for it 4th and 1. But you're gonna take a timeout and not go in shotgun. That's not the offensive coordinator. That's the head coach, because guess what? I seen the same thing that was happening when we had Browns for them years. The same thing. It could be in the goal line. It can be 3rd and 1. It can be 4th and inches. He gonna line up in shotgun. Browns issue is his stats hide a lot of the faults in his offense. Yes, he have a lot of stats, but if you go back and look at our team, KJ them got them stats when we were down, and he had to pass, and he had to just go out and throw. Browns don't know how to put a complete game together to set things up. It's more than one way to stretch a field. You can't always stretch a field vertical. You got to stretch your horizontal. That was Petrino was doing to us today. Like he was like, okay, we know we can't go deep because actually our defensive line was getting to him. Like he got a lot of hurry. We got a lot of hurries today. But Petrino also know, shoot, I got Terry and Clark out here. I'm just gonna have my fastest person in the slot and do a slant. That's all he would do.
All right, so check this out. So before y'all go any further, this is what I'm gonna do. There's several people that want to get on, and I'm not saying that any of you got to get off. What I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna rotate the people that's on the screen. I may put you in the green room, but you can stay on. I'll bring you back up when just kind of to rotate everybody through. So just hang out in the green room.
I can get out. I just got to get back off my chest, man. Because I honestly believe we finally got a defensive coordinator that is good, but I don't want the fans to get down on him and not look at the whole picture that over these last couple of games, the defense was good. It's just the offense.
All right, hold on 1 second, line.
OD, I'm finna go. OD, I'm finna bounce.
Okay, you done? We coming?
Yeah, but I got work to do.
I just want to say one more thing before, and I'll get off here too. I got to get back to work. So
okay.
But anyway, kind of what he was saying was the point that I was trying to make earlier. We haven't had pretty much on both sides of the ball for the last decade. We haven't had two coordinators that can put a complete game together. Last year, that was a big issue last year, is we would play really good in the first half or really good in the second half and come up short. I mean, we lost, 4 games by less than a touchdown last year, and it's kind of going the same way this year. But anyway, I really do like this Travis Williams hire. I think that, he's kind of up and coming, and he's still learning, but I really think that he can go far. And to be honest, if he can get the correct type of players in his system, I can see him being like a Dabo Sweeney, here in 10 years. So, and it'll be I mean, that might be overstepping a little bit, and y'all might disagree, but I really do. I like this hire for him at least.
That's what's up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, man, we appreciate
All
you
right.
tapping in,
Yeah, we
bro.
appreciate you, Lane. All right, the floor is
sir.
yours, Lavelle.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. I think we just need to give Chris Water a chance to shut me up first off, to see if it is KJ. I mean, I'm willing to be shut up. KJ just can't shut me up. KJ can't. And so I rather just go ahead and because this season is gone. We could technically be 2-5 in the next coming up game easily. And then what's so sad? Our winnable game is Alabama, not even Ole Miss. And so I'd rather just go ahead and give Chris Waller a chance to see if it's Enos or not, because you can't keep calling for somebody's head when we got the same problem as we had years and years and years these last 2 or 3 years, which is KJ problem. And so I think we need to just go ahead and give a dude a chance and see what happens. I want to shut up. I want to get on here and not say it's KJ's fault. I want to get on here and be wrong and say, I was wrong about KJ. I ain't been wrong in 3 years. And so I appreciate y'all. I gotta bounce. KJ
right.
suck. I want to say that before I get off. KJ suck. And hey, and we will lose next week. We got a better chance of beating Alabama than Ole Miss. And OD, I want you to put some stats together for me so Monday when I come over here, you got more to say than what you have to say today.
I ain't got no smoke for you today, dog. I ain't got no smoke. Hey, Tonka, we coming to you next, boss. Talk to us, man.
All right, you be easy.
Tonka?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
We coming to you, man. Talk to us, man. What out of all the things you heard, man, put it in perspective for us, man.
Okay, well, I would have to agree. The defensive staff is, I think, the best defensive staff Arkansas has had in the last 20 years, easily. You've got a guy as a co-defensive coordinator who is also your secondary coach, right? Woodson. He took FSU, which was at the bottom of the pile, and within 3 years turned their secondary into what they are now. This is his first year at Arkansas. We were able to get some better pieces, but those folks transferred away from Baylor, which, by the way, also had a horrible secondary. And so some of that's kind of showing up, but at least they better than what we had, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think in time, I think the secondary will continue to improve. I think in time, if we leave defensive side of the ball alone, next year you're going to see something even better. And by year 3, God willing, something even better. You like something on par with Bama and LSU. I think this defensive staff is capable of that in time, within 4 years max. Where Arkansas is going to have to make some changes is on the offensive side of the ball. It starts with the O-line coach, Kennedy. Bye-bye. See you later. Here's your pink slip. Clean out your office. Dan Enos, you've proven that you can't seem to get out of high school in the 2010s with your play calling. That's what got Jimbo Fisher in trouble at A&M to begin with, was he was stuck in the past, and it took him hiring Petrino to even keep his job this year. And now Arkansas has got the same thing happening with our offensive coordinator, and it's obvious to everybody. It's time for him to go. And if Sam Pittman, I don't know if he's got his fingers in the offensive pie or not. I don't know how he leads his offensive coordinators to call plays. But most of the time, a head coach will just say, hey, this series I want to highlight my tight end and my number 2 receiver. Hey, this series, I really let's try to work on the run some in this series, because we want to try to open this up later on. Conversations like that are normal, but any head coach that allows a 4th and 1 play with the 250-pound quarterback to be ran in shotgun, that head coach does not need to be a head coach. I said what I said, and I said it with my chest.
We appreciate your Tonka Todd.
Absolutely. Hey,
that's what's up.
Now, before we got to get Jeff been in the green room waiting patiently. Jeff, you got anything you want to add, baby?
Hey, he been on that elliptical, man. He working it out.
He been on that elliptical for the last 2 hours.
No, I've been on it for 40 minutes. I'm at 525 calories. I got to get to 1,000 before I jump off.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
dang.
Listen, Kendall Browse was hot garbage. He said that he averaged 40 points a game on that crappy Florida State team. He didn't. He didn't even average 28 points a game. Kendall Browse was still a liability, and I'm not saying that Dan Enos isn't a liability. He's obviously a liability. But the issue here is that our offensive coordinators just aren't working out at Arkansas. And that might be a reflection of Sam Pittman. I think we're under some sort of delusion about all of our options. This is not a defense of Sam Pittman. You guys got to remember, Sam Pittman is at Arkansas because nobody else would come to Arkansas. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was opting to either go somewhere else or to stay at their school. All right? Drink didn't want to come to Arkansas. Not that I wanted Drink. All right? I didn't want to Drink with Arkansas, but he didn't want to come to Arkansas. Who else? Jim Grobe. Jim Grobe interviewed at Arkansas, decided to stay at Wake Forest instead of coming to Arkansas. All right? Coach at Ole Miss, Kiffin, he was going to stay at FAU rather than come to Arkansas. We got to understand that Arkansas is not the attractive destination to coaches that we wish that it was. And I'm saying this as someone who, if I was a head coach, I would love to coach at Arkansas. But I'm a third-generation Arkansas graduate, right? I mean, I can't think of other schools other than Arkansas. That's not the case. That's not the case with these other coaches. And we got to realize that while Pittman probably is not our long-term solution, we need to have something in line before we start making moves, because we've seen that it's very difficult to get coaches out here. And to refer back to what we were talking about earlier, none of the Waltons live in Northwest Arkansas anymore. Okay? The only rich family in Northwest Arkansas that's contributing to NIL are the Hunts. Now that technically should be enough. These other corporate entities are donating to facilities because they can write off educational donations on their taxes. They couldn't care less about NIL. Okay? Only the Hunts are the ones that are actually contributing to NIL. So with all the money that we have in Northwest Arkansas, it's not necessarily going to be going to enticing athletes in any other way than it did in the past by upgrading facilities, which should be good enough. But with NIL, it's a completely different story now. See? And so we got to figure out, how we're going to be competitive with things like NIL. That's just the nature of it. That's the way that it goes now. And if we're not going to be competitive, like LSU has been like a master at doing NIL. And if we're not going to be competitive like that, then we're going to end up having the same types of issues in the long term that we've been having here recently. That's just my opinion.
All right,
You said what you said.
You said what you said. Hey, we coming to I'm just saying, then we gonna get Boss Hog back on here. I know you've been calling in and hanging up on me. I'm just saying. Talk to me. What you gotta say?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
It's kind of the typical thing right now where, you lose some games and the most popular guy on the team is the backup quarterback. But I think if anybody just look at the game and look at the stats, the story's right there. We had 8 sacks, and I defy anybody to tell me that maybe 1 or 2 of those sacks were other than coverage sacks. Every time KJ dropped back, by the time he hit his back foot, if his first read ain't there, he don't have time to look through no progressions. And when he did, that's a few times he was actually able to make plays. The interception he had was on a tip ball that was ran back for a touchdown. And if you put that with the punt return for a touchdown, that's the difference in the game. As bad as we played, So we weren't able to run the ball. The running game averaged like 2 yards a carry, even with Rocket back. The problem is the offensive line and the play calling. We had another situation where we got bailed out with a penalty. They gave us a 4th and inches. Sam made a dumb decision to even go for it. And then when he did go for it, what did he do? Ran the same dumb play that they've been running and failing with an offensive line that's continually getting blown up into the backfield every time. And people want to put that on KJ. You know what I'm saying? It's like, he on that one drive, he had a couple of drop passes. Yeah, the pass to Tesla was low, and the touchdown to Armstrong that got knocked out of his hands was a little short. But those were both catchable balls. You can't put that on him. So all this narrative, I know it's kind of the thing to do in these situations to put it on the quarterback. KJ's not the problem. The problem is the play calling and the offensive line. And props to the offensive line. For the first time this season, they actually had 0 penalties. And they still suck. They can't block, pass, or run.
That's facts.
And then let me say this on T. Will's behalf too before I go. Like the one brother, a couple people before me was saying, I thought the defense actually played pretty good. Now we did give up 200 yards rushing, which is too much, for me. But A&M only had about 200 yards passing. You know what I mean? We had a pick. We won a turnover battle, 3-0, and
Scored
then
a touchdown.
like this. Exactly.
They had a turnover.
They had a
They had a
turnover
pick
too.
6. It wasn't so no.
Yeah, it's 2-1.
Right. Yeah. You. Yeah. But these games are being lost on coaching. I really want to put it on any of the players except for maybe the offensive line, because these guys are getting whooped. They were getting whooped by Kent State and Western Carolina even before we got in the SEC. And this is just a continuation of what we saw then. And that is the problem right now. And that falls squarely dead set in the lap of Sam Pittman. I love him. I like him. But like the other guy said, some people are just not maybe meant to be head coaches. And I want to say this too. I do respect Sam, and we need to respect him because he did make us competitive again. Coming off the Chad Morris era. But at the same time, the standard for Arkansas, as far as I'm concerned, is win the SEC West and compete for the SEC championship and a national championship. If you're not doing that, you're not doing your job.
Well,
no lies detected.
None. You said what you said, and I agree with everything you said. But
I agree
with what we got on the hill right now. There's no way we competing for any SEC West and anything.
Facts.
We couldn't compete for the high school championship and right now. Them boys is trash.
Don't post salt in the wound, because like I said, we could have beat LSU, and even today, if you take away that return and you take away that tip pass, we win both those games.
If was a fifth, I pour you a drink.
So you can't say we can't compete. It's the coaching that is losing these games, man.
Hey, if was a fifth, I pour you a drink. Like my boy Wes White just said in the comments, he said, man, the offensive line, 0 penalties. We gave up 7 sacks. This team plays the same energy and intensity as people in the old folks' home. You know what I'm saying? I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. Yeah, we didn't have any penalties, but we gave up 7 sacks.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, we coming to you right now, Boss Hog. Let me take you on, man. Talk to us, man.
Hey.
How you feeling right now?
Oh man, disgusted. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yes, sir.
I pretty much agree with what everybody said. I'm a T. Will fan. He's young. The players love him. They're energized by him. Arkansas spent a lot of money on Reggie Herring. Hired him from Texas A&M, because Texas A&M hired him from LSU. You know, Reggie Herring got there. What'd he do? Nothing. Sucked. You know.
Mm.
I think this whole thing is on it's on Pittman's fault. You know, for the last 3 years, you gonna go for 4th and 1, you in the shotgun. I think they got it
Facts.
like in
Mm-hmm.
the last 3 years one time. You know, and he's still doing it, and he still come up with excuses of why he's doing it. You know, so he ain't learning at all. You know, and he did pick a safe hire with Enos, but he should have made sure Enos can fit the offense toward KJ. I mean, pretty much everybody know this is KJ last year, so he should have made sure that Enos can fit the offense towards KJ. And if he couldn't, he find somebody else. But I've been hearing from some people that's on the hill that Yurchek is not happy. He is looking, and he's going to take his time to hire the right person because he don't want to be like Jeff Long. You know, you got everything
Exactly.
else going football, and everybody knows
Mm-hmm.
football what brings in the money.
Hey, but you know what? Hey, but think about this, boss hog. Think about this. We all know that football is the main revenue source, right?
Yep.
But if we continue to lose like this, I mean, but Musselman is able to get the right people and get the right hires and get the right players and stuff on the hill, then maybe it's not just I mean, maybe it is the head coach. Maybe it is the head coach, like you're saying. Maybe that is true because I've always said attitude reflect leadership.
Yep.
And that comes from the head of the snake, man. If they always used to say, if you cut the head off, the body will die. It can't stand alone. So he is the head of this proverbial snake. And if he isn't doing the right things, if he isn't making the right hires, then that's a problem.
Yeah, I mean, because the players under Bobby Petrino, every game, them players were hyped. They're ready to go out there and do anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Joe Adams took a sweep and went 98 yards. You know, Jarrett's Wright, all them guys. They took Bobby Petrino's energy and went out there on the field and put it into action. But you look at Pittman on that sideline, he just there standing there, you know.
No fire.
Yeah, no fire at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, players
and
come up, players head
yeah.
down. There's no, hey, get your head up, none of this. I mean, heck, the pirate from Mississippi State before he died, heck, he went over there and kicked all the daggum chairs down and said, wide receivers, no, y'all, until y'all can start catching the ball, you ain't going to sit down.
Yeah.
You
and that's, I
something.
mean, you have to have that type of coach. It's cool to be laid back. But if you've listened to our podcast before, I know you've been a long time supporter. I've always said Sam Pittman is a nice guy.
Yep.
But nice guys don't keep jobs.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean that in any kind of derogatory way, but nice guys don't keep jobs. No one ever accused Nick Saban of being a nice guy. What do they say? Man, he a heck of a coach. You know what I'm saying? Because I can tell you that fear is the cousin to respect. So,
yeah.
And that's a fear of displeasing, not like I'm scared of this guy. It's a fear of displeasing my coach. If you fear displeasing your coach or you fear displeasing your mother, your father, that's a healthy respect of that person. And in any position, especially when you're dealing with young men, you have to develop that factor, that fear factor, that respect factor in order to be successful. Because if they don't fear you, quote unquote, then what are we talking about? They just gonna go out there, go through the motions, and then hey, let's get it going. Let's go to the student union and let's go to this party. I got this NIL money coming in. What you talking about? I'm making more money than you.
Yeah, I mean, look at KJ. He driving around 2023 fully loaded red Corvette. Fully
exactly.
loaded. I was about 150. And what's he doing on the field? You know, players all know I'm loyal to Pittman. Pittman loyal to us. We gonna play regardless. Hudson Clark, trash. But Pittman loves him.
Thank
So
you.
he gonna
Hey man, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad we ain't the only ones that say that. Tell me
Yeah.
why you say that. I want to hear from somebody else besides us.
He's slow. He can't read the quarterback eyes. He's easy to be tricked. You know, the quarterback look off, he goes that direction. And he got the guy needs some. They need to put a $50 worth of nickels in his pocket to hold him down because he ain't got no way. I seen him get carried 3 times by a wide receiver today. 3 times he got carried. You know, and 2 of them he got some help to break him down, and the other one he ended up just letting go because the guy was trash.
Hey, so we gonna let Tonka Ty come in and rap to us one more second before you get up out of here. Go ahead, Tonka. You got the floor.
I would have to agree with everything that's been said. Unfortunately, nice guys finish last. Winners win. That's how you can distinguish a good coach from a nice guy. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, defensive staff, leave them alone, let them cook. Number 3, maybe keep the tight end coach, fire everybody else. That includes Pittman. I gotta go. My name has been said 3 times, and I'm out.
Hey,
appreciate you for tapping in,
Tonka Tom.
Yes, sir. Yes,
hey,
sir.
Wes White, tap in, man. I see you all in the comments, man.
Yeah,
Tap in, man.
We got
boy.
Pittman. We got Sam Pittman gonna come back to the show here in a little bit.
Sam Pittman about to come. Man, post game from Sam Pittman.
Yeah, we gotta have a post game show with Sam Pittman, man.
Hey, this about to be a treat.
We had Brady Latham in the chat.
Deezy,
he
man,
said he was gonna.
Deezy, you been quiet, man. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You been quiet, man. You got the flow, bro.
Yeah, I was trying to let everybody, get their stuff off, man. They hear enough of me for sure. But man, it's a million different topics we can get into, man. We could talk about, Sam Pittman just not being that guy. Like I said in the halftime show, if y'all weren't there, go back and watch our halftime show. I said the biggest thing is energy, and let's start with the coach. And no matter how bad your offensive scheme is, no matter how bad your defensive scheme is, when you play like you ready to run through a wall for your coach, you'll make some crazy stuff happen no matter what. KJ energy was just disgusting. It got worse as the game went on. It started off pretty good. He had a couple big runs, and then as the game went on, it just got worse and worse. And I'm just like, KJ, you can't move like that. He moved like a kid who already got his money. He moved like somebody who was like, you know what? I don't like this offense. So instead of throwing the ball away and being smart, I'm gonna just take these sacks and I don't care. I was the biggest KJ fan in the offseason. Ask anybody. I thought KJ was the best thing since sliced bread, but he's done nothing but prove me wrong this season. Just as far as taking that next step into becoming an elite quarterback. And I'm starting to think, was KJ good, or was it the fact that he had Traylon Burks and Kendall Browse who had an offense that was perfectly tailored to him? So I don't know. I'm really confused right now. I'm really hurt. I don't know if we could bring more coaches to the hill, but I mean, look at what Musselman doing. Look at what Dave Van Horn doing. They bring in 5 stars and the best recruits in the country. So I know that for a fact we can do it. I know we can, and that's all I got.
Well, that's what's up, man. We got a fan favorite, man. We got Coach Sam Pittman on the line. He coming in to talk to us, man. Hey, Coach Pittman, you there?
Yeah, I know we watch the same game out there, and things of that nature. But yeah, I'll take a few questions.
All right, I got one question, man. How did it feel allowing Bobby Petrino to come back and get a win against us, man?
I knew the guy. He was over there across on the sideline. I mean, obviously it's us against them, me versus him, or Jimbo, what have you. Man, guys, I mean, it just seems like we're maybe just getting worse. It's whew.
So how did you fix the offensive line? They keep allowing KJ to take a beating every single game. Now I got a 2-part question. Is it the fact that the offensive line is that bad, or is KJ not smart enough to know what's going on out there on the field?
It could be a deadly combination of both. I mean, guys. I mean, Bo, bless his heart. The kid's trying. Since he got here. I mean, KJ. He's been here for a decade. I mean, it's just not. It's just not sound football. We're gonna figure it out. I mean, we're gonna watch the film, we're gonna look at the tape, and and I don't know, we'll figure it out.
Hey, Coach, let me ask you this. So, I think Hunter Yurchek is really not happy with the performance. We have fell below 500. We've lost 3 games in a row. What is going to be your next move? We go into Ole Miss next week. What's your game plan?
I mean, we're gonna have to throw pretty much everything but the kitchen sink at them. I think we can do it. Like I said, we're gonna watch the film. I mean, guys, I know we watched the same. Guys, I saw the same thing y'all did. I mean, it's I don't want to get fines. I like my money.
Hey, Coach Pittman, man, we appreciate you for coming on and tapping in with us again, man, for the second episode, man. You definitely a crowd favorite, man. We love having you on the show, man. You welcome back anytime, all right?
I appreciate y'all. We're gonna try to get it together, and go Hogs.
Go Hogs. Fire Enos.
Go Hogs.
Hey, shout out to Sam Pittman, baby. Oh man, you gotta love it. You gotta love the Woo Pig podcast and the people that rock with us, man. We got some characters, man. So hey, we got another infiltrator. We got a Seminole fan in the building.
One of my day ones.
Look, he got his little jersey on, got a little Nike shirt on. Man, what's up? What's up, Dub?
What's going on, fellas?
Man, another L, baby. We taking L's like Floyd Mayweather when he throwing them L's at the little screen on the gym. We taking them.
I know this. We tuned in today. Looked at how horrible the offensive line looked. The fact that KJ didn't really understand that when pressure was coming, there was time to do something else. We didn't see any adjustments at halftime from the offensive coordinator to get him some check downs and some quick slants. There were some bad decisions made on fourth downs. The bright side is the offensive line didn't give up a lot of yards because of penalties. That's something that they went back and fixed this week. So, Greg's G Holmes 11-1 went down the drain real quick.
Man,
so
we already had a funeral. We already had a funeral for that man a couple weeks ago, man.
I know that.
Don't resurrect that. We had that funeral already.
So I guess my question is, when it comes to the rest of the season, do you feel? And I want to hear from everybody on this one. I mean, I ain't one of the hosts, but listen, I want to hear what everybody thinks. Do you feel that there is eventually going to be buy-in, and these young cats are going to keep fighting and clawing to bowl eligibility, or do you feel this season is one you can move on from and go ahead and get ready to see what the basketball team's finna do?
Hey, around the horn, Boss Hog, take that.
I think the players gonna keep fighting. I really do. I think the players gonna keep fighting, but just deep down inside, I think this season over with. I think they got one more win in them, and that's Florida International. That's probably gonna be close by 3 points. But otherwise than that, I think the season's over with. But the players gonna keep fighting. The players got a lot of stuff to fight for. Coaches, They got all these millions of dollars. You know, they're gonna get hired somewhere else.
Well, Jeff Gordon, what you say?
I think he on mute. Hold on, let me unmute him.
Oh, he on me.
I don't even see him on the list no more.
Can we hear you, Jeff?
Hold on, there you go. Hold on, you muted this.
Oh,
all right, there you go, bro.
All right, what you think about that?
So what you think about that question, Jeff?
I think it's going to be like last year. I think we're probably going to end up being like 6-5 or 6-6. It's going to depend. I mean, we trade off a Mississippi State win for an Ole Miss loss, whereas last year we had the Mississippi State loss and the Ole Miss win. I don't think we're going to win either one of the next two games, unfortunately. Now, the thing is, I'm going to the Florida game, and, like, I was going no matter what, but, like, now that thing's completely up in the air because Florida was looking like a lot better, and now they look like garbage today, so I can't make out that team. I can't figure that team out at all. But we're definitely going to underperform this year. That's pretty obvious, but I don't think that they're going to get rid of Sam Pittman this year. I'll be honest with you. I don't think, no matter what ends up happening, I think that he's going to have another year. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think that. I mean, it's not like we're going to go on some streak and end up like 8-4 or anything like that. We're looking at probably 6-6 at best right now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well,
okay. G, it's on you.
All right. So I say that we're 2-3 at this moment, and we're going into Ole Miss, and then we're going to Alabama before we return home to Mississippi State. And I think that we all said that this game right here. No, we said that last game was the pivotal game in our season, that LSU game. We lost that one. Boom! It bunny hopped into this game. We didn't fix anything, so now we're on a 3-game skid. I always said it's going to be a slippery slope. Like I said, man, we're sliding down this slide of butcher knives into a vat of boiling rubbing alcohol. So the sting is going to take a while to stop. I'm saying, and I hate to say this, I think we're going to lose this game next week to Ole Miss. Then we're going to go into Bama licking our wounds. We got some injured players. We got Luke Haas that's got a broken collarbone. McLaughlin, he got a concussion, so he's on concussion protocol. Then we had our Thomas, another linebacker that he got banged up. Then you had the John Morgan. So we got a lot of starters that we lost out of this, out of this game right here. So we're going to go into this next few games, limping, battered, bruised egos, a lot of things going wrong. So I think that, man, this could be that 5-game skid that we talked about, OD. And I hate to say it. But that we could probably come out of this gauntlet at 5-2, coming home for homecoming against Mississippi State. At that point, I don't even really call that a must-win game. I just call that, hey, man, let's just try to do something good. So that's what I think is in our future.
You know who's not injured? Who's going to be the difference maker?
Who's that?
Hudson Clark. Hudson Clark, baby.
Hey, man, get off of my phone, Jeff.
We about to kick you off the show. What you talking about?
Baby, you don't get on my phone. What I'm about to do is I'm about to send a short over there to that elliptical you want and electrocute you.
DZ, what say you, man?
Yeah, as I look into the season and the games that we got coming, I see 3 possible wins. Like only 3 wins that I think that could possibly happen. That's Mississippi State, Auburn, and FIU. And those are maybes. Them not even guarantees like we thought they were at the beginning of the season. I don't think we're going to beat Florida. Even though they hot and cold, at least they got hot on their name. We don't even got that. We definitely not beating Bama. We definitely not beating Ole Miss. And Missouri is undefeated right now. They looking amazing. So, to be honest, this game truly destroy my hopes for this season. It destroyed my hopes for. Think about what this season did for KJ and Rockets' futures. Those guys were possible high draft picks at one point, and now it's looking
They
like
fell off. Yeah, they
I
third,
don't.
fourth rounders.
It's
Practice
sad.
squad. They
Yeah.
practice squad.
Rocket might get lucky, but KJ it's a done deal for him, really. So I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
But I truly have no hope in this team. I hate this offense, and I think Dan Enos and Kennedy destroyed us, and they destroyed Pittman. I mean, Pittman already wasn't a great coach, and now it's starting to really show. Like any type of situational calls, he keeps saying in these press conferences, "Oh, I'm not gonna go for it on 4th and 1 next time." Then next time, what we do? Call a timeout, go for it, and we run the same play that we done ran all season, and we don't get it. So I have no hope in this coaching staff whatsoever. KJ body language tell me everything I need to know. If KJ checked out, the team for sure is not gonna win no more games. So we're gonna see what it is. But at best, I see us winning maybe 3 more games this entire season.
Wow. OD.
Hey man, the question that got kind of blurred. Wes, remind me of the question, bro.
So basically,
No,
the
he said
question.
what's going to
Go
happen the
ahead.
rest of the season.
What's gonna happen the rest of the season? Is that the question?
And the key, hold on. So I want to make sure I'm specifying. The key is there going to be buy-in to fight and get to bowl eligibility or better, or is this going to be a we throw it away, we throw away the baby and the bathtub, and we start focusing on next year? That's the question. Because this could be the players checking out, or the coaches shutting it down and the coaches checking out to get ready for 24. That becomes the question.
All right, so I'm gonna answer them questions all backwards. Number one, the coaches can't give in because this is their livelihood on the line. They can't give up. They gotta coach these guys as hard as they can. That's for one. So I don't see the coaches giving up. Two, I don't see the players giving up for the simple fact what you put on tape, another team now sees you. It's now NFL football, but just at the collegiate level. Because guess what? You can go look at my body of work, and you can say, you know what, you're a good player. Come play for me. Right. And guess what? I can just put my transfer papers in, and now I'm over here in USC or Colorado or Oklahoma or Texas doing my thing with a much better coach. So I don't see the players giving in because guess what? They want to go somewhere else if they're not going to win. They want to get that NIL money. So guess what? They not going to give up either, especially if they're not getting a real big NFL contract, NIL contract. So they're not going to give up. And do I see them giving up on the rest of the season? Man, I'm going to say this. I picked the Hogs to go 7-5. I picked them to lose to every one of these teams in this 4-game stretch. LSU, A&M, Bama, and Mississippi. I picked them to lose those 4 games, and my 5th loss was Florida. I did not pick them to lose to BYU. I honestly felt like everybody was pumping up these Hogs to do more than that they were really going to do, and that's why I was like, yo, they going to go 7-5. I had no hope that they would win these 4 games. I have been saying LSU was the number 1 important game. I said they had to win this one if they wanted to salvage the season. Now that they've lost this one, the problem becomes, it's like when we used to play ball at War Memorial and the team get momentum, guess what? Nobody can miss a shot. Brewer
That's
out
right.
there making 30-foot jumpers.
Brewer.
But you can have the greatest team and you miss a bunny. You got hey, shout out to Robert Hill. You got Robert Hill on the block, big as all get out, and he missed a layup. The game is over. Yes. Your momentum is trash. And this is what's gonna happen, man. It's gonna be something every game that makes us lose. And I hate to say it, man, but we may only win 3 or 4 more games, man. We may end up being 6-6 and be back in the Liberty Bowl.
Wow. We're going to be fighting for bowl eligibility is what I think.
Yeah. It's some, I mean, I'm going to say this about Missouri. Missouri ain't played nobody yet. So wait till they actually play somebody to give them their flowers. They got to show me something first. I don't know what they looking like. I saw the game against Kansas State. Who else they beat?
They beat us for the last 7 years. That's who else they beat.
Oh, man, kill yourself, Deezy. Why are you bringing up old stuff?
I know, right? Why you got to bring up old stuff?
So that's my take on that.
Hey, boss Hog, where you calling from?
Texas.
That's what's
Fort
up,
Hood,
man.
Texas.
We appreciate you.
Fort Hood,
what's up, man.
Texas. That's in Killeen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's where the military, the Army base is. Fort Hood, ain't it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm retired out of.
Gotcha.
All right. We
Gotcha,
got
man.
we
appreciate
got a
you
serious
stepping
question
in, bro.
the chat. Honest question, all jokes aside, is it any way possible we win out? We're gonna take this, we're gonna go around.
I don't think so.
Boss out. Nope. Wesley Dubs.
No, no. There's zero chance of that.
The short answer, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't have to give an essay with that one.
Jeff, you want to get in on this question? I think he froze.
Sure, there's a way possible. We just got to outscore all of our opponents. Is it going to happen? No, it's not.
Okay.
Like 0.001% chance.
Yeah.
Pulling the Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying there's a chance? No.
So they're saying there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance. I mean, it's possible, but it's the most highly improbable thing that nobody would actually put money on it in any way, shape, or form.
Nah.
G?
I say no. No. I say no. We got Ole Miss, Alabama, Mississippi State, Florida, then Auburn. Hey, we could win that FIU game. And then we got Missouri, which has had our number for the last few years. So, I don't know. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games left. So I say we finish the season out 2-5. I say 2-5.
By the way,
I just say that.
Auburn and Georgia are tied 17-17.
17-17.
And Ole Miss is up on LSU right now, 7-0.
And in watching that Auburn game, I will tell y'all that Auburn has game control right now, even with that score being 17-17. They're giving Georgia the business.
Yeah, I'm watching the game too. It's a football game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They haven't. I'm telling you, Auburn is a different squad with the new coach. They're a different squad. They are at home, but they're playing a lot better. You know what I'm saying, than they played last year. So I do have some reservations about that game. But I'm just telling you, I say 2-5 finishing out the season. Playing based off of play today. Deezy, what you say?
So the reason why I know that we can't win out is because of, again, energy and motivation. If any game in our season was going to motivate us to get on our stuff and be the team that we really could be, it would have been that 3-point loss to LSU in Death Valley last week. I thought that was going to propel us into being a great team this week. That's why I predicted us to win. And once I realized that game didn't mean nothing and we came out and looked completely terrible, I have no hope. So, no, we will not.
Well, I'm gonna leave it a short answer, man. It's a no, bro. There's no way in the world they win out. Yeah. The only way they gonna win out, they go back and bring back Darren McFadden and Felix Jones, and all the offensive line guys that we used to have under Bielema.
Somebody call Dan Skipper. See what he's doing.
Yeah, see what he's doing. Hey, there's no way. This is just
Skipper
sad.
owns a Waffle House.
Hey, sign me up. Apparently, all the offensive line guys been eating there, not doing nothing, eating gravies and biscuits all day. Scrubs, man. Well, man, where we at? We at hour and 54 minutes, baby. You know how we do. We about to wrap this thing up, man. We appreciate everybody for tapping in, man, and commenting and super chatting, man. We appreciate all the love and support, man.
Thank you.
Don't forget. Like the video. We 5 likes away from 100 likes. If you haven't liked the video, like the video so we can get to that 100 likes on the live stream. Thanks for the comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done that. Hit the bell icon, be notified when we got another video. G, take us out, baby.
Yo, man. It's your boy G Holmes, Big Sexy. And first and foremost, we always got to give our Uncle Clee a shout out, baby. We love that you watching us, man. And we love you. We want to make sure that you know that, man. And everybody else that's giving us, showing us some love. We got Light Skin Los and our homies down there in Houston. Y'all be safe down there, man, and have a safe trip back. All my boys up on the hill. You know what I'm saying? DJ Sparky, Biz, QB4. We appreciate y'all tapping in. But with this loss, hey, man, we said what we said, and we out.
Oh my God! Yeah, it's the 501, baby. You know how we get down on the Whoopin' podcast. Shout out OD, shout out G Holmes, it's the bad.